Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Q&A. You leave your questions on my Twitter feed and I shall read them back to you. First up, Peter_93. Stupid question, but what would you say is your official job title? Oh, no questions too stupid, Peter. My official job title is managing producer over at machinima.com/host, since I host a couple shows. Joan Brunn, have you guys over at Machinima thought of making a podcast, possibly in the style of a Rooster Teeth's Drunk Tank? I said at Rooster Teeth because he added Rooster Teeth. Yeah, doing a podcast style. Actually, funny talk. Funny you mentioned that, actually. We're kind of talking about restructuring IG a little bit more so that it is a bit more in the way of a podcast, so it is a bit more fun and a little less rigid of having the guy staring at you in the camera. I've mentioned this before. I'm not the biggest fan of being on camera. I'm a lot happier behind the mic. And I don't know what it is. I just get really nervous or whatever whenever I'm in front of a camera. I don't like talking to a camera. So I might actually see a change starting tomorrow. John is out on vacation for a day, so I'm going to take over as editing again, which I love doing. So look forward to kind of a slight change to IG in the way that we're doing it. It's still the same people that you love. It's just probably going to be a bit more comfortable for us, and it's going to be a bit more fun. So look forward to that. CK Sneed, any advice on advertising indie games as a solo developer? I find it pretty hard to get projects noticed by anyone. Really the best way to do it, I think, is you go through like news aggregating sites like Reddit or, really YouTube helps, where you try to get stuff to go viral. It's a little tough, I know, it's because it's hit or miss. But if your game is awesome enough, usually people will pay attention to it. Actually, send it my way, please. I want to take a look at it if you are working on something. Matt Baker 96 Q&A. Who would you eat in the Machinima office if needs be? Probably Sark. He has, not that he's like a fat guy or anything, he's just so tall that his meat would last for a very long time. Frank Heavy West. Which card, in your opinion, is better? The GTX was a 570, 580, 590, or dual ATI 6950s. Love the Daily Show, by the way, and the puppets. Oh, that's so nice. I'm not really the biggest, hardware guy. I built my computer based off of specs that Anders put together that he got approval from John's Fat Cock. So really, I just kind of went what was good. I went with the 580 because it was about $500 cheaper than the 590, because the 590 was brand new when I built my computer. So the 580 is awesome. It's like I'm playing everything at max settings, runs fantastic. Computer doesn't overheat. It's really freaking awesome. Luke Connerton, which is the best Call of Duty to have fun on? I would say thus far, probably Black Ops if you're playing on Xbox, just because it's probably the only one that's, I guess, probably policed enough. I tried playing MW2 right after COD XP to do some gameplay, and oh man, it's just like I can't even have fun on that by myself. It's just everyone's too good. The kill streaks are just all over the place. Yeah, I still think Black Ops is fun, and I think MW3 is going to be a lot of fun, for the first 2 months, and then everyone's going to get pro and no-scope snipes, and, the crappy kids will leave and go on to something else. But Call of Duty's always been a fun time. Gabe K, where do you see Machinima in 5 years? What type of content do you see dominating? Commentary, narrative, etc.? Q&A. Good question. I actually just got asked this the other day by a good friend of mine. Just said, where do you see yourself personally in 5 years? And it's like, it's a really good question. Machinima, I don't know. As long as, as long as internet media is around, or whatever internet media becomes, I just would like Machinima to be a bigger player in that. And I would like to see a lot more narrative stuff. Definitely the Mortal Kombat thing's an interesting idea. But then, going kind of back to that 2007 time when guys were making really good Halo Machinima, stuff like that, I think that would be awesome. But who knows? We'll see in 5 years, right? A Furious Pancake, why do devs choose to release games at the same time? Wouldn't it make more sense to space them out rather than all in November/December? November and December is the Christmas buying time, so chances are if you're a kid, say you're the age of 12 and 16, chances are you don't have much of a disposable income, so you have to ask mom and dad for a game. That's when a game's going to sell the most. I can guarantee you all the 13-year-olds right now are asking their parents for Modern Warfare this year. They're going to buy it because that's going to be their present. Now, when a game comes out, let's say like Deus Ex comes out in September, when it came out, sold a lot, but I'm guessing that was for an older audience. That was a lot of guys who were just like, hey, cool, there's nothing out right now, I'm going to buy a game. So it's really a gamble for a developer to put a game out like over the summer, because typically people aren't buying as many games. But then also there's this open spot where there aren't a lot of games coming out. So if a really good game comes out, chances are a lot of people might buy it because they're like, well, I've been saving a little bit of money. I'll buy a $60 game. Go ahead. It's a toss-up. So it's always interesting to see how the industry moves like that. And we're probably going to start seeing a lot more stuff coming out in that kind of that time between spring and fall. So, but yeah, it's the short answer is Christmas. Anyway, Mr. Geo20. Fuck. Of course, you're answering them when I don't have a question. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Geo. Designation 16. Also, thank you for these Q&As. It's nice to see someone take time to interact with fans, even trolly ones like me. Much love, man. I love answering you guys' questions. You guys usually have really good stuff, and we've been doing this for, God, like 11, 12 weeks, probably longer now, and you guys always have new stuff to ask, and I'm always happy to answer. Ryan Simmons _1. Will you be going to Gamefest? No, we will not. The next event we are covering, I believe, is going to be September 25th and the 26th will be in Vegas for EA. They're doing like an EA showcase. So we're going to check out all their big games coming out. Mass Effect is included in there, SSX, and hopefully Battlefield, even though the beta should be going on by then. And then after that, we have New York Comic Con, and I'm supposedly only going for a day to just go cover this Square Enix party that they're doing. And I'll be emceeing and hanging out, so if you guys are there, I'll be on the mic, rocking it. Come up and give me a hug. It'd be fantastic. Daily HP, can you make my lunch for school tomorrow? I can totally make it. You probably won't be able to pick it up because chances are you're on the other side of the country. Powerful Leopard, Adam, can you come visit me when you come to Switzerland? Sure. I was talking to Tabe about actually visiting him in Switzerland and hanging out with him for a bit. Don't know if that's going to happen. The wifey probably wouldn't enjoy me hanging out with Mr. I love every woman in the world, man, Tabe in Switzerland. He and I just rocking that town. So, yeah, let me know. I'll let you know when I'm in town, Mr. Connor Wood, and we'll hang out in Switzerland. Ralphie8663, do you think Call of Duty Elite is a ripoff? It's just that Play Pass thing, right? It's you pay $50 for $60 worth of DLC, and then you get a bunch of extra stuff. So if you're gonna spend that money anyway, sure. I mean, the bigger question is DLC a ripoff? Is getting a bunch of maps throughout the years that developers are basically saying, yeah, we're going to put out a year's worth of content. So it's like, are you holding back? I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know. I think for the people who are going to buy it, I think it's fine for them because they're going to spend that money anyway. Personally, for me, I don't know. The other problem is, too, I went to COD XP and they gave me a copy of Call of Duty Elite. Oh, they gave me a copy of the Hardened edition for Modern Warfare 3 and then free Elite for a year. So it's like, well, I can't really have an opinion on this because I was, in a way, just kind of bought off. So I can't say anything good or bad at this point, but we'll see how Elite pays off in the end. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it, on how it works, the tech behind it and everything else. So we'll see very soon. Rush and M. Hey, can you tell me and list or link me to that cheap computer build you were talking about earlier? Yeah, actually, if you check out the Q&A from last week, I'll try to put it in here too, but I made a Tumblr page. It's just adamspc.tumblr.com. Sorry, I've been moving my head from the mic. I was trying to burp and be sly about it. Joe and Brun, when playing Oblivion, I find myself going through narrow and repeating dungeons. Will this be fixed in Skyrim? Yeah, I don't know. I only played Skyrim for about 40 minutes, and I didn't get to a dungeon, but the outdoor scenes were fantastic, and it looks beautiful. And I heard there's 150 dungeons. Whether those are all unique and not repetitive, we don't know. But Jesus Christ, was it 2-3 more months? Say goodbye to your personal lives, everybody. Skyrim is going to destroy any relationships you've ever had. Halo Dudify, why are you so awesome? Well, there's no question mark on there, so I can't really answer that as a question. But very nice of you to say that. Thank you. Beasteffer, what do you think about BF3 not using an in-game server browser? Yeah, really strange, right? So BF3 on PC is going to use like a web page browser system. It's a little strange because you have to keep, your web browser rolling, and Chrome takes up like 200 megs of RAM. or something, or virtual memory or whatever. I'm not a huge techie guy, but yeah, that's so strange that there's no in-game browser. Hopefully it's just something they haven't built yet and they'll fix it eventually. Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know. If it works, it works. I mean, it worked for the alpha. But yeah, we'll see. I guess because they want to create this like social network around Battlefield, so they're doing this in-game server browsers. It's just strange. Downhill or die. Balls? Yeah, sure. We got some of those. This is it, ye see. Does it annoy you that games nowadays that are co-op rarely have a split-screen co-op mode? Because it really grinds my gears. Funny, because I think co-op works really well as a standalone and not being integrated into the main storyline. A lot of people will, disagree with that, but I like playing a single-player game and actually like experiencing the single-player by myself and actually getting the story and everything. If I play with somebody, typically, like I play through most of Saints Row 2, basically co-op, and I feel like I missed a lot of the story because you end up skipping all the cutscenes because you just want to play the game with your friends. You don't want to make them wait around. So if you have something like Spec Ops or Uncharted's like co-op mode, I think that works really well. But yeah, it should have split screen because apparently any game that can do 3D can do split screen, and it should be available because it's fun to play with your friends on your couch. Even though our TVs are big enough nowadays, we can split in half and it's okay. But yes, yeah, all right. Rate You Ryan, can you tell us more about the Jeep thing at COD XP? You liked a video of it this morning, and I couldn't tell what was going on. I think actually Sark, Nanners, and Hutch did a much better video. You can watch it on the Respawn channel. Basically, they trick you into thinking you're just going on a Jeep ride. This was, during COD XP, they think like, oh, I'm just going to go ride in this Jeep. And it ends up you go through this whole modern warfare experience where there's dudes with rocket launchers and Navy SEALs with guns firing, and they're just, it got nuts. It got really crazy. But yeah, go check out that video. Probably does a much better job of explaining it than I'm doing right now. John Braun, would you ever want to go to Norway? P.S. Big hugs and awesome high fives. You're awesome. Yeah, Norway looks fantastic from that movie How to Train Your Dragon. I would love to go there. All joking aside, it looks like a beautiful country. Definitely just any European country I want to, anything of like north, I definitely want to check out because it just looks so beautiful. Ryan Cooks, any chance that Oddworld Inhabitants are developing a game? I don't think so. I do not think they're doing any more video games. I could be wrong, but I know the Oddworld franchise went to somebody else, like Smooth Liquid or some other company. But I think Oddworld is just doing, I think it's just that one dude, I forgot his name, but yeah, they're just doing art and movies and stuff, or maybe they're not doing anything, I don't know. Sad though, too, because I really, Oddworld actually, funny enough, Abe's Exodus was my first video game ever on the PS1. That's the game that, for whatever reason, my brother and I were like, we want that one, and we played it, we're like, what the hell is this game, and it was fantastic. It's a really good game. Liam Roberts, 93. I know you're a Halo fan, so have you ever read any of the Halo novels? If so, what's your opinion on them and the expanded universe? I've read a few, my favorite being Fall of Reach, because it just reads like an awesome action movie. I need to read more of them, the Greg Bear stuff, I think that's what, Greg Bear, and then they're doing like the expanded like Forerunner stories and stuff. I want to read that stuff before Halo 4 just so I can catch up. But right now I'm reading other stuff like Game of Thrones, and Hundar recommended I read Blood Meridian and all these other good novels. There's a lot of good books I just need to read, and I take forever to read. So I'm a slow reader, I'm sorry. So I read and then I fall asleep. Mr. The Lazy One, what do you think of the new Battlefield 3 single-player trailer? Fucking fantastic. I had to watch it a few times, not just because it's like, oh yeah, Battlefield, sweet, jizz on my face, it's awesome. It's just like, it looks real. Like, you watch that thing, like, we played it on my phone, and I moved it just far enough away, like, we're at a bar, and we're just, like, watching it. Like, from far away, it looks like real life. It's scary. That lighting is so fantastic. I cannot believe how good that game is. Will it look that good the whole time? I don't know, but holy shit, that Guillotine trailer was crazy. And that's, I know it sounds stupid. I sound like just some ignorant fanboy, but I mean, look at that thing. It's fucking pretty. You're gonna have to play it on. Maybe that was PC. Maybe, I don't know, if that was on console. Hats off to him. But at some point, that stuff just looked real. So, excuse my excitement, but I think Battlefield 3 is going to be a great game. Danny Dent Lead, are you disappointed in Dead Island? Not yet. I haven't played enough of it. I'm going through Deus Ex, Human Revolution right now, and a little bit of Space Marine. Kind of waiting on Dead Island to get fixed on the PC. Maybe it has been fixed now, but I figure if I wait a few weeks, should be fine. Having a great time, though. I think that the concept is amazing. So it's like, it's basically Oblivion, with zombies and I guess Dead Rising thrown in there too. But cool game. It's kind of fun. A lot of people, it seems to be hit or miss. Some people love it, some people hate it. So I don't know. But Space Marine is fucking amazing, and Deus Ex is really damn good. Boss fights are turn me off a little bit, but the game is really, really well done. Highly recommend those games if you have not played them yet. This is it, ye see again. When do you think the next GTA will be out, if there is going to be one, and do you think Vice City will be revisit? Let's see. Next one, I say 2000, probably 13. It's gonna be announced in 2012. Probably come out 2013, maybe with a slight delay. It's actually funny. John, my editor, and I were talking about this. We're saying, how cool would it be if you start off in Liberty City or like during GTA 3 or something, and then you get in the DeLorean and you go back in time and you're in Vice City, but it looks all nice. It looks all Red Dead Redemption graphics or whatever. That'd be freaking awesome. So. Yeah, that's my guess, because we're probably going to see a new Red Dead announced shortly after that too, and you just got to look at the release cycle of how Rockstar does their games. They hit a bump in the road with LA Noire, but I'm pretty sure the next one, it's going to be GTA. Where it's going to be is going to be interesting. That's I don't know, because we did New York, with Liberty City again. Are we just going to repeat the same cycle it did on the PS2? So Vice City would make the most sense, and that was one of my favorite PS2 games. It was really well done. Titty TI, where were you when the Twin Towers fell September 11th, 2001? I was at home. I hadn't gone to school yet, and we saw it happen on the news, and my mom and I drove and picked up my brother from school, who had gone to school a little earlier that day. So, yeah, we just stayed at home the whole day, kind of watching the news, like, wow, this is really fucked up. And we all went to school, I think the next day or the day after. Craig Gilberto, how much do you think the gaming community has changed in the last 10 years? It's always kind of been the same. It's just the gaming community is a lot quicker now because it's evolving with the internet. It used to be 10 years ago, it would be a lot more magazine focused. I mean, even 10 years ago, the internet was definitely prevalent, and people were on GameFAQs and GameSpot or other forums and getting news quickly. It's like go a little bit further back where if you were the kid with the EGM at school, you were hot shit because you had all the new gaming news. But now it's just instant, and you're getting it on your phone. So it's just as the internet's getting faster and news is getting out there quicker, the community's just getting as quick as it. So that's really about it. TBJ, have you had any hands on time with the newest Ghost Recon? If so, is it gonna be worth the seemingly endless delays? I've never been a Ghost Recon fan. I know this sounds like hearsay, and I'm the devil, I'm sorry. But I never liked Ghost Recon on the 360 when it came out, and maybe there was one after that. I don't know, I just have not been a fan of the series. It's just a little too slow for me. And it just felt very weighty, and I was just like, that wasn't really my thing. And I haven't seen any of the new stuff, but it does look good, and, of course I'll give it a try. It's been delayed for so long that I have to just got to see what's happening, alright? TN Penguin, do you prefer an open map zombie game like Dead Island or a close quarters horde zombie game like Nazi Zombies? Right now I prefer Dead Island. I like the exploration, and I like the MMO, or not the I like the RPG aspect. Nazi Zombies I always got sick of real quick. I still do. It's not my thing. If I don't know, maybe because you die too quick. It always just seemed way too stressful for me. It's just not my thing. Konjo Ken, do you think Guild Wars 2, The Old Republic, will be able to take down the juggernaut that is WoW? P.S. Do a team TF2 open lobby, smiley face. Yeah, we should do some more TF2. Will The Old Republic and Guild Wars 2 take down WoW? Good question. People are starting to leave WoW because they've been playing it since 2004 and they're getting sick of it, and they want something new, so people are starting to leave a little bit, but it's always gonna be there. It's kind of like how people still play what's that damn game? Ultima Online. Like, there's still a single server running on that thing. People will keep playing it. People will keep playing those other, the EverQuest, There's always going to be an audience there for it. What's going to be it's going to happen a little bit over time. And you're starting to see all these MMOs coming out, free-to-play ones, ones that cost money, ones that are exactly like WoW. Like, what was that one? Rift? And they're just chipping away at the monster that is WoW. You can't really just kill it in one fell swoop, because you have all these people who are invested with, 6 or 8 characters on a server with their friends, with their guild. And that mentality of, I've invested all this time, I can't just get rid of it. But you're going to start seeing people get bored, maybe start leaving. You're going to see a huge, maybe a quick spike with Old Republic of people playing it. Guild Wars, I think it's a slightly different audience because it's not the people who are paying month to month. So these are people who are probably still playing Guild Wars 1 and they're just waiting for Guild Wars 2. And maybe there's a lot of people who are just curious and they just want to see what this game's like. Because I can already tell you Guild Wars 2 is going to be fantastic. But there's so many other MMOs coming out that, it's eventually, going to go away, but no time soon. World of Warcraft is just such a juggernaut right now, like you said, and it can't really be stopped at this point. It's kind of the definition of a juggernaut. So, slowly but surely, just people will keep trying, and they'll keep making money. So, that's how it goes. Jukebox wants to know, after I make you a sandwich, would you make me one? Well, that's only fair, right? Yes. Joanne Braun, have you seen episode 10 of RVB season 9? If you have, what are your thoughts? I know I haven't been keeping up with Red vs. Blue this season. I need to catch up. We'll probably just wait for the season to end and then get the DVD or something. But those things are always good, and they're getting better, at least quality-wise. Those guys are always funny. Rooster Teeth is fantastic. Exclusively Matt, since you went to COD XP, do you think it was a good way to advertise MW3? Also, do you think it should be done for other games? Yeah, it was excellent advertising for Modern Warfare 3. Especially, I would say from the press side, they did a good job of impressing me. It looks like a good game. It's Modern Warfare 2. Again, it looks slightly better and it plays the same. It's a little different here and there. It's as much tweaks as they can make to a game that's going to sell 20 million units. But the new modes are pretty cool, and let's be honest, Modern Warfare 2 had really addicting, multiplayer, and you're going to keep playing it. And maybe if you're like me, you're going to play for about 2 months and then just kind of drop off, or you're going to play it for a year until the next Black Ops comes out, or whatever it's going to be, the next Treyarch game. So it was pretty well done. Should it be done for other games though? I don't think so, because I think you need a huge audience for that game. I was actually worried that there wasn't going to be enough people there, because I don't feel like there is a community based around Call of Duty. I think it's with a game where everyone plays for themselves. It's not very team driven. Now Modern Warfare 3, it is starting to be a bit more team driven. They're kind of tricking you to do objectives and play for your team. So you capture a point on domination and it goes towards your kill streak. So okay, that's pretty smart. You're actually helping your team in kind of cool ways, and they have support tiers and all this other stuff. So, pretty cool though. But I was worried that no one's going to show up or want to talk to each other. But it looked like a lot of happy, cool fans. And but with other games, it wouldn't really work. Let's have one for Battlefield. I don't think a lot of people would show up. It's not as big. It's not the same giant that Call of Duty is. You have to you got to be the biggest game every year in order to have that kind of event. BlizzCon can get away with it because they just have such a strong community, and they have 3 always big games at their show. So, yeah, I don't think it would work as well. Liam Roberts 93. What is your opinion on COD XP? Do you believe it was a worthwhile venture, or was it just a marketing ploy to sell Jeeps? Well, here's the other thing too. We can't make fun of COD XP because all the ticket sales went towards the veterans thing. So can't be like, oh, it was just a shill to make money. No, but they needed ways to pay for it. So Microsoft put some money towards that $1 million contest they did, and then Jeep was there to fit the bill, of course, for a lot of stuff. Smart business isn't just to waste your money on a bunch of stuff. You got to get people to pay for it for you. So I think Activision did a good job with that. It wasn't just a marketing play for Jeeps. I think they just saw an opportunity to have Jeep go and, do their little keynote up there. It was very awkward. You do this whole cool thing. Like, oh, sweet, Modern Warfare looks great. Now here's a Jeep. What? It was strange. But it was cool. It was a good event. I just wish it was a little bigger because the lines were insane. It was 5 hours to do that Jeep thing, which, if you paid $150 for this thing, yes, you got a free copy of Modern Warfare 3 and you got Call of Duty Elite, but holy crap, lines suck. Nobody likes lines. TN Penguin again. Do you think Gearbox did a mistake keeping the Duke Nukem project the way it was, or should they have restarted it? It got worse. So, okay, for them to restart would have taken another 10 years to make the damn game. It was smart for them just to get it out because it sold well. So they finally they bought the rights to it. They finished what was needed to be done. Maybe they did, because I heard a lot of, I still haven't beat it yet, but a lot of broken things about it. But now they own the rights to it, and they can start from scratch. So they proved that it's still a franchise people want to buy, maybe. So no, smart move on their part. That was a genius move by those dudes. The Fridler, sorry. What do you think BioWare's next big hit will be? Maybe a Western or a modern themed game? That's a good question, because who knows? Maybe they're going to keep doing more Mass Effect. Because we know it's going to... Shepard's story ends after 3, but they have this whole universe they can play in. And I think they created a very awesome universe, so who knows where they're going to go. And there's also 2 different BioWares. We got Austin, and then we got Montreal. So who knows what they're working on. Probably something huge, probably something big. I'm guessing an MMO, other than... the Old Republic would be in the works somewhere, maybe. Maybe Montreal wants to do a BioWare MMO or a Mass Effect MMO, but who knows? That takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Pat Strada, how much is your PC build, and how will you have time for all these new awesome games this fall? Love IG, keep it up. My PC overall, I think I spent about $1,600 to $1,700. That was all like top end parts, and it's also including like keyboard and mouse pad and everything else. So yeah, it's like pretty good money. I mean, I used to buy Macs when I was younger, and buying just a laptop was about $2,000. So buying a PC that as powerful as that I have now, that's actually not a lot of money in comparison, as long as you can save correctly. How will I have enough time? I don't know. Like right now, I'm a dork. I should be playing games right now, but I want to do a quick Q&A with you guys because I like doing this. I try to do it at least once a week. Right now I'm juggling Deus Ex, Space Marine, Dead Island. Then I got to get Resistance, and then I started playing Blood Rain Betrayal, I believe it's called, and Crimson Alliance, and then I still need to finish Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, Toy Soldiers, Fruit Ninja Connect. You don't really need to finish, but there was another freaking game on the arcade. Yeah, there's just too many good stuff. Bastion's like the only thing I finished out of that whole arcade thing, but there's so many good games that came out. But yeah, how am I going to keep up coming this fall? I don't know. How can you juggle Uncharted, Saints Row 3, and Skyrim? I think that's impossible. I'm going to have to take like 2 weeks off just to play a couple of these games. It's a stupid complaint to have, but I like to play everything just so I like to know everything. I like to play all games, so I'm informed, and that's just what I like. But it's getting so overwhelming this year. It's fantastic, and I love it. It sucks that I have a social life, and I have a fiance, and I gotta appease other people because I want to play games all the time, and I can't. TN Penguin again. Is Los Angeles the city of your dreams, or is there another city in your mind for when you're older? No, I kind of hate LA. It's a love-hate relationship because I've grown up here, and it's a cool city. There's a lot of good stuff, but it's just so gross. It's so bleh. Anyone who's ever been to LA will know this. It's just it's kind of a shithole. We go to Seattle, and it's so clean and nice, or we go to Germany, and it's really freaking cool. Then we fly in LA, and it looks like Gears of War. You're just like, ew. Looks like someone took a dump on this city. But I do love it because all my friends and family are here. And, I'm just used to it. But yeah, I would love to move to a different city when I'm older. Maybe, if I start to have a family or something, probably move them somewhere. I always talk about Seattle or actually Germany, moving there, or somewhere, maybe just even somewhere down the coast, not in the city of LA where it's just a little cleaner, somewhere near like San Diego or something like that. But yeah, eventually got to get out. It's funny, I just had this conversation with my fiance this morning. I said, as long as and I tell all my friends this, I say, if I could move anywhere, as long as I have a house, I want to eventually move into a house. If there's a Costco, a Target, and a Fios connection, I could live anywhere. As long as I have access to those things, it makes no difference because I just want to be comfortable where I'm at. So that's all I really need. TN Penguin again, as my computer screen goes dark. How do you rate games that are based on movies? Typically not well. Detroit T. Adam, Gears 3? Yes. Yeah, sure. Right. I don't know. I'm Gears is okay. It's a cool franchise. It's fun. I don't like the multiplayer very much. The new Horde mode is actually really good. I got to play it. That's a lot of fun. I like what they've done with it. But as far as like competitive stuff, I've never been good at it. It's not for me. Single player, yeah, I'll play through it, but I'm just kind of sick of it, I guess. It doesn't really impress me anymore, and I just feel like there's a lot of other games coming out that are doing it better. People want to compare like Space Marine to it. It's a different game, but if I had to choose, I'd say like Space Marine's way better than Gears of War, just because it's fun. It's like I'm not playing whack-a-mole the whole time. And I know a lot of people love the Gears franchise, and I do too in like a lot of different ways. I remember Gears 1 fondly for its co-op. I thought that was so cool when they did that right. But Gears 2 just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth because it didn't answer any of the questions I wanted. And there's still the ultimate question that has pissed me off, what they've never even addressed is, you're on this planet, I believe it's called Saren, and it's like, are you the invaders? Because from what I can tell, the locusts are the inhabitants. They're the ones who were there first, so you're these asshole humans coming in and just killing them all. Like, how are you the good guys? That's my question. I don't think it's been answered yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they haven't really gone anywhere with the franchise that I want them to go. So right now, yeah, I'll play it. I'll definitely play it because it's Gears of War and it's the final one in the franchise. So got to see it. And they always do a good job with the tech and everything. So yes, I'm going to play it, but probably not going to enjoy it. What the fuck is Sujit wants to know, how many times a year do you go to Disney? I think you mean Disneyland. I don't know. I don't keep track. It's because my fiance, soon-to-be wife, works for Disney. So we get to go to Disneyland whenever we want, typically, usually. And when we get married, I actually get my own little silver pass, and I get to go whenever I want and bring in people who I love. So, Sean, the OK1. Best advice to people that will be learning to drive in the near future. Always a fan of yours. Have a nice day. Wear contacts if you wear glasses. That's how I got in my first accident. Pay attention. Always pay attention. Don't blast music. Just pay attention to the road. That's really all you need to do. And be patient and fuck the dude behind you. Seriously. Not like physically fuck him, but don't care if people honk at you, whatever. The important thing to you is whatever's in front of you. That's another reason why I got in my accident. People were honking and getting impatient, and I, hit the gas and I ran into a chick, and it wasn't that bad. It was kind of a light car accident, but still, you want to avoid shit like that. Way more tweets that I can count. Scrolling down. Liam Roberts again. Can we expect more cameos from you and Arby and the Chief? Maybe another random toss-up. P.S. Love the show. Yeah, that was just Ian came up to me and said, hey, I need a voice actor real quick. And I said, yeah, I'll help out. I didn't even know what it was for. And apparently, yeah, Arby and the Chief. So yeah, if they asked me to be on it again, totally. Ace Choki, would you be able to do a shout-out to me in one of your shows? I guess I just did. Oops. Good job, dude. Josh P. 115. What does sex feel like? Just fantastic. Ben is jammin'. Favorite folk or indie artists? Ooh, music questions are always tough. I don't know. I like the Mumford & Sons. They cool. I don't really know what that stuff's classified as. I'm horrible with music. If it sounds good, I like it. Touche Amore _VG. Do you think Frank O'Connor will lead Halo in the right direction since he is the franchise director? Yeah, I really hope so. If I were to put my faith in any one man for Halo, it's him. Having talked to him, and he and I like to nerd out whenever I talk to him, and it's always, we're always geeking out about the story stuff and the kind of the tech behind Halo, and that's the stuff I really like, and stuff he really likes. Will it translate well into a game? I don't know, but we're going to find out somewhat soon, so it'll be pretty awesome. Super Benny 758. What game do you want to see released that was canceled in development? I don't know, because typically when something gets canceled, I guess it was kind of like, I guess it needed to be, or it rises from the dead in one way or the other, like Duke Nukem. I don't know, I'll have to come back to that one. Ren J0, do you think that Dead Island, a game that was in development for 5 years, could have used a few more months of polishing? I think the game is just, the broken aspects of it are at the core, and they just need to finish it and get it out. Like what I was talking about earlier with Duke Nukem. Just finish it, get it out. That's all they can do, and then hopefully it does well, and they get a sequel out of it, and that's actually kind of what I'm really looking forward to, is the Dead Island sequel, and seeing what they'll do with it and how much cleaner it could be. That Jimmy Kid, zombies are dinosaurs in gaming. I want more dinosaurs right now. Go check out Spiral Games, what they're making with Orion Prelude. We did a little bit of coverage of that. We're going to do some more soon, but fucking dinosaurs are the future. Maybe. We'll see. Didn't work so well with the new Turok, so we'll see. The Fallen King. Hey, buddy. I know there are two different games, but are you more excited for BF3 or MW3? Not a game war, just your opinion. Yeah, personally, more excited for Battlefield 3 just because we get a Call of Duty every year. So, and the jump from Bad Company 2, or let's just even say Battlefield 2 to Battlefield 3 is just like phenomenal, and it's years in development, and the tech is just fantastic. Whereas like Call of Duty, it's like a sports game for me. It's just, it comes out every year, and you're gonna play it, and I'm probably gonna get bored of it pretty quick. Battlefield, I might play a bit longer. Who knows? Because maybe I'll just get sick of it because it's a war themed shooter, and you just get kind of bored. It depends how much the developer will support the game afterwards, really. That's the biggest important thing for me. Taya Bekan 1. Can you please pronounce my name right this time? Probably not, because I think I just fucked it up again. K Brown 91. If you could make any superhero film, what would you do to make it different from the ones being made nowadays? I would like to see a Deadpool movie, just because I think they could go really crazy with it. Whether they would do that or not, because it has to be rated R, clearly. Yeah, I'd love to do that. If I had, like, unlimited income, yeah, I'd totally make a Deadpool film. Jake X Llama, what's with the Portal 2 DLC being pushed back? September is not summer. As long as it's free, I can wait. Welcome to Valve time, buddy. That is how it goes. Professor Pulse, how is life treating you at the moment? Pretty well. Busy busy as all hell, always. It's, IG is just, it's a labor of love, so always working on that. We're starting to talk about our Inside Gaming Awards stuff. That talk's going on right now. There's always just a million things in development, and, you know, cool fun things happening with the company. So it's just always busy. It's always a really good fun time. Middle Dark, did you play War of the Lions yet? Also, you ever read Sword of Truth, any book in the series? No, I don't know what any of that is. Hugh Jordans, do the curtains match the drapes? I would assume so. Mick1102, will the Dota 2 Heroes videos be as good as the TF2's Meet the Team? Yeah, we were talking about that. I hope so. I don't think so, because I think TF2 is so much more cartoony and more fun, and Dota's a bit more serious, so it's probably going to be just like really epic, very Blizzardy, you know, type of animation. We already saw that with that Dota 2, what was it, the Dota 2, just the opening cinematic. It's a bit serious, so, we'll see though. It's Valve. They always do fun stuff. Plenty of Sweater, assuming you've played Dead Island, what do you think could have been done to improve upon it? Better arm animation. Third-person view. Dyer Made 85. Will you live stream sometime? Yeah, I need to get a better, somewhat better internet connection and a cap card. I got to do a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, soon. Soon I'll definitely do the live stream stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. That Zombie Titan, Lara Croft or Nathan Drake. Also, what happened to Sanity not included? Sanity, it's taken a while because their animator got really busy with a side project they're doing with Machinima. Something very exciting. I can't talk about it, sadly. But yeah, he's working on that, so it's going to be a little while. And damn, I think Nathan Drake's, I don't know, the new Lara Croft's kind of hot, but she just looks so sad. Just gets her ass kicked. But Nathan Drake's he's a cutie. Rossi Blackwell, what are your thoughts on Dead Island and Deus Ex, and what do you think is better? Cheers X. I think I've talked about him enough already, but just overall, pretty good games. It's been a really good year for gaming, so not too bad. Corey Clark, YC93, did you ever play the Star Wars Battlefront games? What do you think of LucasArts' shitty game releases lately? Yeah, Battlefront was fantastic. Battlefront 2 is really good. What's that game? Force Unleashed was just a huge disappointment for me. Could have been good, and it's just like, really? Just, jeez, why can't you just remake Jedi Outcast? Yeah, I wish they would make some better games. I want them to make another Republic Commando, and I want another Jedi Outcast series, or Jedi Academy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, do that. That was fun. Krishna Kapitel. Hi, Adam. Love the show. Big fan. If you can't be my bro, can you be my friend? Of course. He also wants to know, what do you think about sub for sub? It's just, isn't that like the desperation YouTube thing? Which I guess I'm happy I don't have to do that because, you know, I don't have to promote my channel in any way. I just do this for you guys. Yeah, it's like, I sub for you, sub. I don't know. It's all the YouTube shit that I don't care about. As long as I can make a video and it gets out to you guys in some way, that's all I care about. The Zondo. Any guilty pleasure movie, TV, or games? Entourage. Fucking hate that show, and I always watch it. I've kind of just stopped, but it's like, is Vince gonna get the movie? Oh, he got the movie. It's like, why do I watch that horrible thing? And I always love bad movies. They're always just fun. Or bad games. Bear Grylls games I played for a little bit, but yeah. Crowner Zero. What's the first game you fell in love with? One that gave you those epic memories. You know, it's funny. I was always gaming as a kid, but it was always, you know, I kind of fell off of it for a while just because I wasn't allowed to play games because I had shitty grades. So I remember the one that I remember like really like holy crap was probably Final Fantasy VII, where it was a different kind of game. It was really deep, and it was, you know, it was this new concept of 3 discs to play something, and yeah, I remember that really kind of. I think that was like the beginning of my modern love of gaming, because, you know, you played console. I played console games as a kid, played Zelda and Mario and everything. And it was always just kind of like, yeah, we're playing games, it's fun. I never really like got into the story. or the mythology and stuff. And then I remember like Final Fantasy really changed it. And I never played Final Fantasy before that, just never got into it. And Final Fantasy 7 was just like, holy shit. Like, I'm actually emotionally attached to these characters. Maybe because I just got older, I was more mature, I don't know. But yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Huge, great, fantastic, fun, super time. I think that's what I keep saying after every game I talk about. Freaky Azoit wants to know, what's your daily routine? Basically, wake up, ride my bike into work for about 9 to 10 hours, and then I come home. And then I try to play games for about 4 hours, if I can, or spend some time with the missus, and then it's off to bed. Last 2 questions. Here we go. Karis, how many games do you own? Precise figure. I'm always giving them out. So, like my console games, I'm always handing them out. So I can't really keep a list of those. I treat games like a good book. So if you really enjoy a game, give it out. So I've already given out Fallout, I think Red Dead, giving out Bioshock again. So I can't really keep track of those. Yeah, I've probably given out more games than I own. That makes no sense. But on my Steam account, I can actually pull it up right now. I think it's like a little over 100 that I've bought. And technically I own them, but because I buy those Steam packs, it's ridiculous. Let's see. All games, 104, which I know some of you guys have like 400 games, so hats off to you. But I just started buying games this year, so that's what I got. I only have 31 installed right now. I need to actually clear some of these out, because I don't think I'm going to be playing, I don't know what some of this shit is. Oh, yeah, I really need to play Moonbase Alpha right now. Alright, last question from S. Branley. Do you record the Q&A vids at home or at your office? Sometimes, mostly at home. I did it at the office one time just because I had some extra time. I think maybe one time before that, where it just kind of like had to sit around and wait for a meeting. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just do a little recording on the side. I'm not making any money off of these videos, so it's not really competing with anything Machinima's doing. It's just kind of a little side project. But yeah, right now I'm recording at home. I usually like to wait for my lady to go out of the house because I don't like the same thing of being on camera. I just don't like performing in front of people, and I guess this is technically performing, so it's easier for my cats. Right now I have Capricos laying beside me. She just looks dead. Poor little kitty. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for all your questions, guys. Another wonderful 40-odd minutes of your awesome Q&As. Thank you so much for submitting to these every week. Love you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Watch IG. Watch everything else we make. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Later.